5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then keep going here. And then shift. We're about to that halfway point, and that's where the mind starts to turn on and says, how much longer do we have to do this? It starts to get a little bit more challenging as we fatigue. If you're not quite feeling it, you can lower your legs even more. Really hollow out and scoop, navel to spine. Finishing strong, keep pumping the arms up and down. All right, keep going. I want you to sort of imagine that you're moving your arms through mud as you pump. And then we're gonna pick up the pace. So let's do a little bit of a shift here. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got the pace change. We're finishing strong. Keep pumping the arms up and down. Gaze towards your knees. Take a moment here, check in with your core, with your back. Keep pulling navel down to spine. Keep a proud chest, shoulders off the mat. Take a moment here, check in with your breathing. So strong, you're here, finishing in 5, and 4, and 3, just 2, you can do this. Finish strong here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, hug everything back in. Relax your head onto the earth. Give yourself those little rocks and rolls, releasing any tension in the back. All right, and then bring your hands behind your head, a classic but still very effective for our obliques, bicycle sit-ups. Start with your knees over your hip creases here. You want to make sure that your knees are not moving past this point, and instead you're bringing your chest towards your thighs and your knees as you twist. Let's slowly extend the right leg an inch or two from the floor. Notice how my knee automatically wanted to come down to the chest. Keep it stabilized over the hip crease. Navel pulling down to spine as we exhale the twist. Then come to center, rest your head in your hands, bring the right knee back in, extend the left leg an inch or two from the mat, keep this knee over the hip crease, and we twist to the right. And then slow, controlled, recenter, and twist. Slow and controlled. So not everything that we do has to be fast-paced, right? Usually when we slow it down, it becomes more effective and a little bit more challenging. Stay here. Now, sort of imagine that you're resisting as you press your heel out and down. Curl your toes in towards your knees. Keep the knees bent over the hip creases as you twist. Slow and controlled. So good. Last few here. Let's go for 2. And we want to balance out both sides, so finishing the twist on the right since we started on the left. Back to center, relax your head, hug your knees back into your chest, give yourself that breath break, massage into the low back. All right, we're gonna do some roll-ups next. So make sure you have a good amount of space on your mat. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Anchor the back of your heels down onto the floor and curl your toes in towards your kneecaps. Your feet are about hip-width distance apart. Inhale the arms up and over your head. As you exhale, you're gonna lift your arms up towards the ceiling, tuck your chin into your throat, and roll up towards the sky. And then fold fingertips over your toes. So we're getting a little stretch here. Bow. Using your core, pull navel back to spine, lift shoulders over hips, engage your core as you flip your palms, and scoop out, hollow out the belly, navel to spine, tuck tailbone down, and then reach the arms up and over your head. So slow and controlled, reach up, touch your toes, bow, lift, and lower. Move through this. So really feel. Make sure that you're not tugging on your neck as you lift up, right? You're definitely not going to use a whipping momentum. It's all isolated in the core. When we utilize slow movement like this, we're teaching our back how to be more responsive in a corrective way and not a reactive way. So a lot of what can happen in our back is misuse of the core. So we'll take a couple more roll-ups here for the stretch. And then we're gonna break up our Pilates with some push-ups as we transition through the body. Let's do one more. Sit tall, flip your palms, Engage and count back to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch your arms up and over your head. Big breath in. Exhale, hug everything in. So we'll come back to the core in a little bit. Let's rock and roll a few times. And then bring that into a lengthwise rock and roll for our first set of push-ups. So we're moving into some push-ups for about a minute here. You have the option of doing full expression, or you can come onto your knees. We'll be doing several sets of this. So just start to lift and lower. Get right into the movement, up and down. Maybe do a combination. Do 5 on the knees, and then 5 off the knees. See how that feels. Lift and lower. Broad chest, elbows over your wrists, back of the neck long. Halfway through our first set here. Challenge yourself. Add on in a way that motivates, that helps you feel good about yourself, that isn't pushing you into a negative space. Last 5 here for 4, 3, 2, I'm feeling it, 1. Woo! Come to a seat, take a breath, maybe a quick sip of water. Let's move into legs next. We'll do a lot of leg work. We're gonna start laying on your left side, if that works for you, or you can start on your right side. And extend yourself out nice and long, rest your head into your hand. Stack your hips, and then you want your legs to be slightly forward, so not quite in one line, but a little bit of an angle there. Then take your toes and tap them in towards one another. So you're gonna lift your top heel up a little bit. We're gonna reverse kick up, turn the toes up, and then bring the heels to touch. Turn, lift, turn, lower. External, lift, internal, lower. Just 2 more. Just 1 more. And then pause there, click your heels together. This bottom leg, we're gonna turn the heel up so that it's off the mat, kind of like first position here. Then you're gonna kick your leg up and point the toes as you bring it back down. Curl the toes in, flex, and then point the toes back down. And keep your bottom heel lifted, the ankle is off the mat, it's active. Lift, lower, up, down. 1 more, point. Now point the toes, kick up, turn, flex, heels touch. Point, kick, lift, touch. Point, kick, turn, lower. 2 more. Really starting to feel this in the legs already. These are some of my favorite Pilates movements. This is great for our entire legs, especially into the thighs and the glutes. Pause here, relax your ankles to touch, relax your bottom foot to the mat. Breathing in here, we're gonna reset. Bend your top knee, grab onto the ankle to shin, plant that foot in front of the front thigh. And then once again, turn your left toes down to the mat, your opposite heels lifting off the mat. We're gonna lift and lower, getting into the internal thigh of the bottom leg. And that way we can give our top leg a little rest before we continue the movement. So a little pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes are pointing down, heels lifted. Lift at the top, small little movement, isolate, isolate. Tiny little flickers of movement for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's bring the right leg back on top of the left. We're gonna start to move into bicycle. So top leg's gonna kick forward towards your chest, towards your forehead. Bend your knee. Bent knee's gonna move back behind you towards like knee over hip. And then extend the leg straight. Big circle. Bend the knee. Kick back. Straighten the leg. Kick. Bend. Shift. Extend. So it's like you're moving into a big bicycle fluid movement. And we're gonna reverse that. So come back to center, pause. Send your leg behind you straight. Bend the knee. Kick your knee towards your chest. Straighten the leg, push to the heel, kick back. Reverse bicycle movement. If you want a little bit more core work, you can float your right hand behind your head instead of using it to stabilize. Last bicycle kick here, feeling that in our glutes. And return to center. We go for a full rond de jambe now. So kick your leg all the way up, lower in front of you, all the way back, 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 and then pivot, kick up, round down, all the way around. So big, full, complete rotation in the hip joint as you lift and lower the leg. And then pause, reverse. Bring that leg forward, up, back, down, around. Woo, feeling this now. Last two. Last one. All right, now click your heels together. Let's turn the toes in towards one another. Small little lift, small little lift. So pointing the toes in, and then turn the heels in. Small little lift, small little lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, feeling that. Change sides, change legs. Right into it on the other side. Rest your head into your hand. Remember, we're stacking our hips, but your legs are at a slight angle. Let's bring the toes to point in towards one another. Reverse kick up, heels lifting, leading you. Turn and kick the heel down. Lift, pivot, down. Point, up, turn, lower. Point, up, turn, lower. So this way we get internal and external hip movement. One more. And then pause. Heels click in. Lift the toes up. Turn, lower. Lift, turn, lower. Lift, up, lower. Last two. Last one. All right. This time you're going to keep your heels clicked in. We're going to kick all the way up as much as we can. Point the toes and lower. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, kick, lift, point, and lower. Flex, kick, lift, point, and lower. Pause, keep the toes pointed. Kick up, flex, kick the heel down. Point, kick, lower. Point, lift, lower. Two more. Last one. We're gonna give this leg a break. Grab onto the shin, the ankle, plant this foot in front of your right thigh. Turn the toes down, lift your right heel, up and down, lift and lower, internal thigh. Don't get a lot of inner thigh work. It's a harder point to access in the body, but Pilates and bar movement is excellent for that. Last three, last two. We're gonna hold at the top, tiny little isolated movement. A little flicker of movement. Stay active in your toes. Keep leading with your heel lifted first. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Stack your legs back together again. Take a moment to breathe in. We'll find our bicycle. Kick the leg out in front of you towards your forehead. Bend your knee. Keep the knee bent as you shift the leg behind you. Straighten the leg all the way around. Big bicycle movement here. Remember, hand can be behind head if you're wanting a little more core challenge. And then we're going to change and reverse the bicycle. So kick out, kick down, back, bend the knee towards your nose and chest, and then kick out. Doing great. Last few here. And we're gonna get back into our push-ups in a moment and back into the core. Finish your bicycle, rond de jambe. So we're gonna kick all the way up, lower, kick all the way back, pivot as we lift the leg, lower, kick back, up, around, and down. So biggest circle you can make with your leg without wobbling your body too much. So just a natural rotation in the hip, and then change. Kick forward, lift up, kick back, take it all the way around to the front. Rond de jambe. All right, finish there. Let's click our heels together like first position. So your bottom toes are pointing down, your top toes are pointing up. Take a moment, breathe in, kick and lower, up and down, up and down. Last three, Last 2. Last 1. Woo, we're feeling that. Let's come up to a seat. Stretch out for a moment. So sit your hips on your heels. Take a big breath in. Let your exhale go. This is a nice way to stretch the shins and the thighs. And we're going to get into our second set of push-ups. So on your knees or on full expression with your toes, wide arm push-ups. Let's breathe here. Lift and lower. Coming back into our set. You can alternate maybe 5 on and off the knees. About 30 seconds here total. Be where you need to be, checking back in with your upper body. We only have about 10 more to go. You can do this. Can you get even lower? Can you push up even higher? Can you join me in full expression? No knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, let's get back onto our backs for some core. So hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll clockwise, counterclockwise. Coming back into isolating in the core, navel pulling down towards your spine, a slight tucking of your tailbone. Breathing in here. As you exhale, bring your heels to the mat. We're gonna do a change of our roll up. So arms up over your head. Now take a moment here, check in with where your heels are landing. The closer that your heels are towards you, the more challenging this is gonna be to lift off the mat. We wanna make sure that you're not lifting in your head and shoulders, that you're using your core. So I recommend keeping the heels back, further away at first, and then curl your toes in towards your shin. That's gonna turn on your hamstring muscles a little bit more. Then when we get ready for our roll up, reach the arms up over the head towards the sky, tuck your chin into your throat, roll up, reach to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Now check in and notice, did you pull on your upper body? Should your feet be further away or closer? And then lower back down. Arms up and over the head, exhale, roll up, reach, inhale down. So this is half roll up. We're gonna add on and make it a little more interesting. So you can stay right here, or join me in a variation. Come up, pause, extend your left leg. Lower, arms up overhead, and we're gonna reach for the toes this time. So click your knees together. Reach for the toes, 2 more. 1 more. Reach, lower, change, kick the right leg. Arms up and over the head, and reach. We just have 5 of these, now we only have 4. Reach for 3. Stay strong, 2. And 1, half roll up, return your heels, lift and lower. Let's go for 5 more for a lucky 7 count. Keep going, 4. Keep going, 3. Keep going, 2. We're gonna get into the upper body. And 1. Cross your legs, take a deep breath in. Big cleansing exhale, ha. Roll through to tabletop. Let's take a couple cat-cows to reset. Some tucks and curls, making sure that you are breathing. Good time for you to locate your weights if you plan to use them. And again, if not, that's okay. We'll come up to standing and take a moment to find your structure. Your feet hip-width distance apart. And then bringing your arms out in front of your thighs. If you're holding onto the weights, grip the weight with your thumb. Spread your fingers. You're gonna start to make circles, moving outwards as you slowly lift your arms up towards the sky. Small little circles. These circles are moving out as you're lifting your arms up and over your head. Once you get to where your hands are up high over your shoulders, we change the circle movement inward, and then we lower all the way down, slow and controlled. Shoulders on the back, proud chest, release. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Outward circles, slowly moving up. Slower we go, the better. Proud chest, shoulders on your back, tailbone down. Reaching. There's these little moments where it suddenly gets, ooh, spicy, and then you move through it. Internal circles, we lower back down. So this is excellent for toning our arms and upper body. Just ensure that your shoulders stay on your back so there's no negative energy in the neck and shoulders. Last one here, outward circles. Let's slow it down even more. Really feel the isolating in the muscles. Now, if you don't have the weight, you're still feeling this. I know you are because I did it for years without the weights. Engage your core as you start to lift the arms up over your head. Protect your back. Maybe bend the knees a little bit if you need to. Pause. Slowing it down. Internal circles as we work our way down. All right, so we're gonna add on. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take our arm circles out to the sides. So turn your weights out, palms are facing up. We're gonna make circles moving to the front as we lift our arms up, out, and then over your head. Broaden. Come back to the top, and then change your circle, working to the back. As we lower the arms out and slowly down. So we'll do 2 more sets of that as well. Remember that the weights are facing out or your palms are facing up and out. Now we do our circles to the front. Start to lift the arms out, up over the head. If you had the weights and you decide that parts of your body are sort of grasping, maybe drop the weights. You don't necessarily need them. We feel this in our small muscles, muscles that we don't use very often. Change to a backwards pattern with your circle. Take the arms out and down, slow and controlled. You guys, we only have 5 more minutes of our power half hour. Can you believe that? It goes by so fast. We're in tune with the body. We're giving it a treat. Let's finish strong. Last set, third set, all the way out. Slow it down. Really make it rich. Feel your body working for you. You just carved out 30 minutes for you to get back into the body. Mixed movement. Shake up your routine. Try something new or different. Take that circle into the back, reverse. Slow it down. Close your eyes a moment. Check in with your breathing. We're gonna finish with 1 more set of push-ups and a little bit of core, and we're done. We are done. All right. Release your weights to the side. Let's lower into a little ball pose, tuck and curl. And our last set of push-ups, wide arm push-ups. I'm gonna challenge you guys to be full expression now, no knees. Slow and controlled for 10. Nice and easy, lower all the way down as far as you can, push back up. We only have 7 to go, lucky 7. Back of your neck long, pull your navel up and in, slight tucking of your tailbone, press away from the earth, halfway there. You just have 3, and suddenly just 2. 1, last one, best one. Woo, you did it. Let's finish with core. Push-ups and Pilates today. Rock and roll. We're gonna go for a full roll up now. So you have the option of being right here with your feet on the mat, just like we did before. Full roll up is gonna take the 100, the teaser, everything we did in our core today and bring it all together. Legs out to a 45. Point your toes, find your tic-tacs in your legs again. Arms up and over your head towards the ceiling. Now aim towards your knees, towards your toes. Roll up, woo, hollow out, roll up, roll up, roll up. Slowly roll back down. So you can tell we don't have to do very many of these. Full body. Lift, lift, roll, reach, teaser, come back down. Let's see how many we can do before time is up. Last few, because we're nearly there. Check in, proud chest, let your heart come through. Lower, lower, lower. Let's try 2 more. And then we're gonna hold our teaser. Last one. Roll up, roll up, roll up. You can reach fingertips towards your toes. Bend your knees, grab onto your toes for full teaser. Press your heels. Lift shoulders back, proud chest. Keep lifting your heart. Focus your gaze, focus your breath. for 3, for 2, for 1. Back to the earth. We have to stretch it out. You did so much full body work today. Stretch your arms up and over your head. Point your toes down towards the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, hug your right knee in towards your right side body. Decompress your spine. Take a little twist. Rinse it all out. Big breath in. Bigger breath out. Ha. One more like that. Inhale deep. Exhale complete. Back to center. Change sides. Change legs. Left leg in. Cross it out. Twist it out. Big breath in. Bigger breath out. One more in. One more out. Back to center. Hug knees into your chest. We're going to come into legs up the wall pose for a complete reset. Hands behind your hamstrings. Press your heels up towards the sky. Curl your toes down towards your shins like you're walking on the ceiling. Big breath in. Close your eyes. Feel this waterfall energy descend over you, rinse you out, cleanse you out. Arms, goalposts, release here. Pull navel down to spine. Core is still active. We're going to take a forward fold. So take this into a roll up. Arms up overhead. Roll into a forward fold. Shoulders back, chest melts through. Bow forehead towards your shins. Slowly come up to a seat. This is where we close our time together. Thank you so much for joining me for our power half hour of mixed movement. Happy hour, so much fun to do yoga and movement. And then now you have the rest of your day and weekend ahead of you. See you next time on the mat. Namaste.